Hello, good day, everybody. Adilola Shukoya here. Depending on where you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So I just want to welcome you to this week, this new week where we'll be looking at the market again, like we normally do every week on Sunday at the beginning, in preparation for market open later today, all right? So I haven't said that. So the first thing we want to look at is the DXY, like we normally do. So if you notice, the DXY, we've been having a pullback for the past couple of since last week. Yes, this was on Friday. I'm actually on the daily time frame right now. So this was on Friday. So we're having that pullback for 3 straight days. Actually, I was expecting price to come and kiss this place, before we have that pullback, and then probably we keep moving up. Because if you look at what price is doing, we've actually broken into this new zone. We just broke into this new zone. So I expect price to actually pull back and test before continuing that uptrend, because I still believe dollar is still very bearish. Very bullish. Pardon me. So let's go to the weekly chart so that we'll see what price is actually doing properly. If you look at the weekly chart, you already mark out, this minor resistance. I was open last week. That price will come in, until we had the NFP on Friday. NFP really messed up, a lot of accounts. Rest in peace to a lot of people that have their account. Rest in peace to a lot of accounts, that got blown on Friday. It wasn't funny. So, so I haven't said that, we had NFP, full price back, but I still believe, we still continue that uptrend. But in the next coming week, that's this new week, I strongly believe that, because this pattern that we have here is a very strong reversal pattern, for dollars. So I will be looking forward to a little pullback. Probably we have a bounce around this zone, probably to the upside, but we'll definitely have more pullback, to the downside. All right. So having said that, let's check what's the effect of that, dollar pullback on gold. So we look at gold quickly also. So we saw that, gold has also been falling, and gold, interestingly, also, broke into a new zone on Thursday, Tuesday, like this zone before we had this pullback on Friday. So if you look at the weekly time frame, gold is still bearish, but then that bounce, like I said, with DXY, I expect that bounce to continue to the upside, as you can see. So we are price is nearing this support, but price didn't get it. So this pullback that we have on Friday due to NFP, we should see a further push up to the upfront before we see probably a new downtrend. I expect price to push forward before we continue this downtrend. All right, for good. So I would say that let's look at Bitcoin also. Bitcoin has been holding strong, and pushing up. So I strongly believe we can probably will still continue that uptrend before we have I think we broke this this resistance. We didn't price didn't close above it, so I won't say we actually broke. We only price only pierced it. Resistance around 28,000. So I think this will happen on Friday. So we should be seeing a bounce. I'm looking forward to a bounce for price, in this trend line before we push up. All right, for Bitcoin. I mean, in the medium time. So I'm thinking your price should keep, pushing up for Bitcoin. But then for Bitcoin, if you look at Bitcoin history, Bitcoin has an history of, before alpha, we normally have this massive pullback, like we had in 2020, we had in I think 2016. If you look at the previous years of Bitcoin, what normally happens is that we normally have this major pullback. Let's go to the weekly time frame. Probably you can see that pullback. We normally have these major pullbacks for Bitcoin. We have these pullbacks, as you can see. There's a pullback. This was in February 23. I'm trying to find that pullback we had it's a major pullback we had in 2020. Let me go to the monthly time frame. I should be able to find it. So we normally have this, Bitcoin normally have this habit. I think, yes, I think this is the candle. It was pushing up, and then we had this pullback to around, I think it did 3,005. As you can see, we now finally bottom after that pullback. And I mean, this is a fake out. Normally, kick a lot of people out. A lot of people sell. In the month of March in 2020, there was a lot of sellout. People were just dumping their Bitcoin. And look at what happened afterwards, after people sold. So price bottom here, and then we went all the way up. I mean, this happened, after the halving. We went all the way up to around, from that $3,500, we went all the way up to around 69,000 thereabout before we started coming down. So and then if you look at the previous year, I probably in my next coming video, I'll do a video on Bitcoin to show you, the Bitcoin pattern. We normally have that pullback before we have that major uptrend. So I'm expecting that pullback probably by next year. Price will bottom, and then we start, pushing up for Bitcoin. All right. So I would say that let's look at EURUSD. EURUSD also, because of the way the dollar, have been pulling back for 3 straight days. You can also see that, we're having this bounce. So for me, I'm still very relatively bearish on overall trend. Like I've been saying on the channel, the overall trend for EURUSD, if you look at the weekly time frame, or probably let's go to the monthly time frame, is bearish. The overall trend for EURUSD is actually, it's actually bearish. I think I've explained this over and over, but you can watch my other videos. As you can see, it's bearish. So if you see over the years, what we normally have is all this retracement, or the over, any buy on the overall. If you look at the overall trend for EURUSD, is actually bearish. But what we normally have within this bearish trend, we normally have this buy moves for some time, maybe for some couple of months, and then we have a pullback. We have one for some couple of months, then we have a pullback. So going forward, for EURUSD overall, like I said, it's bearish, but in the medium term, we are looking at, because of what we had last week, and then price actually, especially the candlestick we have on the weekly close candle, is actually, looking like a very strong armor, so as you can see, this candlestick, this was the last week candlestick, we have this armor. So I expect, a push up, a push up before we have, before we continue that downtrend, all right, for EURUSD. So on Monday this week, the first coming few weeks, I'll be waiting for, I'll be sitting on my hands to see what market we do on Monday actually. So because if you look at what we have here, this price is actually approaching the resistance area. We actually had this price go up and then crash, and then that's what we're having is going back up right now. So this area around 1.06 is actually a major minor resistance. That if this holds, you can see price come test this place again. You can actually see price come test this support again. If this resistance hold, this minor resistance, we can have something that looks like this. Normally, like I always say on this channel, don't buy at the resistance. I don't say at support. So don't jump in as soon as market opens on Monday, and then you immediately jump into buy around this area. With the start stroke, you want to actually wait for a pullback, probably a pullback that will come and test this resistance around this area. And then if price doesn't break that support, then we can see, that movement to come and test this place again. And then it depends if price breaks out. Like I always say, you can only follow trend in this market. You can't manipulate this market with your few as a retail trader. What we can do is just to follow trend. All right. But like I said, overall, price EURUSD is bearish. All right. But in the medium term, we've seen price taking a forming a support. But like I also say, these minor resistance around there is actually key to for us to see if we are going to see a further push to the upside, or we'll see price, continue the downtrend. All right. I would say that pounds USD also, forming something like that. I already marked this out. So I expect on Monday, for price to pull back a little bit because it's banding resistance already, for price to pull back a little bit. And then to try, when price pull back a little bit, as so, so we will likely come, test the support and then test this resistance again. Price will test this resistance for some couple. If it doesn't break, if it forms another, it comes down to test the support, probably to form higher low, and then see if you're going to break, this resistance. If you don't break this resistance, expect price to keep, going down to the down. Like I said, the same thing is going on for pounds USD. If you look at the weekly time frame also, or let's go to the monthly time frame so that we'll see properly. You will notice that overall, the trend is what for pounds USD and for euro USD. The trend is what is down. As you can see, I already marked out this, for this week. I mean, in the medium term, you can see that everything seems to be bullish. But if you look at the on the longer term, look at the monthly time frame for pounds USD, you can see that we've been pounds USD have been super on the monthly time frame has been super bearish, been bearish. So it's been bearish. So what we have is just pullbacks and all that. All right. So that'll be all for this week. So please ensure you subscribe to my channel if you're new. Also on the link below, on the description below, I'm dropping a link for our Forex course. We are running a 50% discount promo, a 50% promo, on that course for the next 2 weeks. You can join. Also, we also have a free Telegram group. Ensure you join us on that Telegram group. We normally drop trade signals. Last week was awesome. We dropped trade signals, on that group. All right. So I'll be seeing you during the week. Have a beautiful trading week. Thank you.